Hello and welcome to this SPSS one-on-one series with the Warrior Analytics. Today we look at the t-test which you can use for analyzing data when your outcome is numerical in nature. The most common types of t-tests that you will come across include the one samples t-test, the independent samples t-test, and the paired samples t-test, which is also called the dependent samples t-test. In this episode, we are going to look at the one samples t-test using a dataset that comes pre-installed with SPSS that you can access and follow through the steps. Let's jump onto the computer and see how it is done. To access the dataset, simply go to File, Open Data, locate the installation folder for SPSS, usually under this PC, go to Local Disk C, the partition with your Windows, go to Program Files, select IBM, and then open SPSS, continue open statistics. You will see a number corresponding to the version of SPSS you're using. Go ahead and open it, then look for the samples folder. Open it and select your language. Today we are using a dataset called the test score. Use this horizontal scroll bar to look for it. It's called the test score. This one here, select it and then open. Our focus today is going to be a variable called post-test, which is marks obtained by students. The one samples t-test is used to determine whether the mean obtained in your sample is equal to the mean claimed or hypothesized to be in the population. For example, if in this school there is a claim that on average their students get a score of 80%, we go and pick a sample of students to see whether that sample supports this claim. And now we have the sample from this school, we have their results here. We want to see whether the mean we obtained from this sample is equal to 80% as the school claims. So to run a one samples t-test, simply go to Analyze, Compare Means, then select one sample t-test. You will see a very simple dialog box where you select your variable that you're testing and you push it under the test variables box. Now under test value, this is where you specify the hypothesized value or the claim the school is having of 80% for all their students. We click OK. Here you will have the descriptive statistics showing you for this variable. We have this 2,133 entries with a mean of 67.1, standard deviation of 13, and then standard error of 0.3. Next, we look at the one sample test results. Remember, we are testing a hypothesis that says that in the sample mean is equal to population mean. We are testing that our mean obtained in our sample is equal to 80%. So we have a t-value under this degrees of freedom obtained by n-1. This n-1, you get this. So next we look at the p-value. Here you can see that the p-value is less than the significance level, usually 0.05. So there is a statistically significant difference between the sample mean and the population mean. Therefore, we reject the null hypothesis that says that sample mean is equal to a population mean or sample mean is equal to 80. We have the mean difference, which is our 80 minus 67. You see, you get that. And the confidence intervals. Lastly, we also have one sample effect sizes. In this case, we have 0.922. Look at the magnitude. Most times 0.2 is considered small, 0.5 average or medium, and then 0.8 large. As a bonus, let me show you how you can present the results of this analysis in your research report. After running this analysis, in your report, you would simply write a one sample t-test was conducted to compare student test scores against the hypothesized population mean of 80%. And the results showed that the mean test score 67.1, this one here, with a standard deviation of 13.9 was significantly different from 80%, which we had hypothesized here. T at degrees of freedom, this is equal to negative 42. Where is our T? This one here. And p-value is less than 0.05, which suggests that students performed significantly worse than expected. We expected to see 80, we got 67.1. So that's it for today. We've looked at the one samples t-test, how to run in SPSS, how to interpret it, and how to present the results in your analysis. Next, we look at the independent samples t-test, how it is run, the assumptions, and how to present the results. Don't forget to like, subscribe to our channel so that you do not miss out any of our videos. If you have any comments, feel free to drop them in the comment section. I will be glad to respond. See you.